in motion. McKinnon, fake to him. Keenum gonna dump it off. It's a touchdown to the backup tight end Morgan.
Spielman. Lock up Case Keenum 6 years. He's even our starter. We can win 6 Super Bowls in a row with Keenum. He's the absolute best. You've been sleeping on him this entire time. Screw Teddy. Screw Bradford. Screw Brady. Keenum's the best quarterback in the NFL.
It's picked up. He's going to throw it for Rudolph. It's up there, and it's intercepted. It was a floater, and it's picked off by Swearinger. He threw it up for grabs, and DJ the interception and one.
Yep, that roller coaster game is over. You guys watched it, I hope. And now you're here to watch the VJC game review. Let's start off with the game recap and talk about what I thought throughout the game. So let's start off. And the first quarter started, we won the point toss, we deferred, so I started with the ball. They start off, they run well, and they really help them set up their play action and screen game early on. And they end their drive with a big touchdown catch, maybe the best highlight of the day.
On first down, another fake. Cousins going for it all. Deep far sideline. What a catch, no!
A beautiful catch down the sideline. I think Trey Waynes was in coverage, but don't worry too much. That wasn't really Trey Waynes. It's a perfect throw, amazing catch. I think our secondary actually played fairly well for what the numbers say. It's a pretty good offense. They're going to put up numbers, and you'd want our defense to lessen that, but we'll talk about that later. But then we do the same thing. Nice run by Murray.
Vikings go up the middle. It's Murray with a big hole. Latavius Murray, the ex-Raider.
And then Dig burns Norman.
On first down, the fake. Here's Keenum, back to pass, letting it fly. Diggs is open. He's got it. Stephon Diggs diving for the end zone. And he's down.
Absolutely burn him down the sideline and pushed out of bounds within like a couple yard line. Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen had themselves a day. They were everywhere on the field. The Redskins had no answers. I don't know how Norman is regarded as such a great all-pro style cornerback. Well, I think Xavier Rhodes is leagues above him. If you want to talk about Madden ranking, I believe Norman's like 94 and Rhodes is like 89. Realistic. Alright, so Diggs burns Norman touchdown.
Give it to him up the middle. Latavius Murray touchdown.
Then they go 3 and out, and we do too. And then we had him again, but roughening the passer on Linval Joseph. I think this was a kind of a close call. I don't know what you guys think about this one. If you guys want to tell me in the comment section. He pushed off, but he's going full speed, and he tried to roll off of him. So I think you can tell that Joseph, of course he hit him too high, but he was trying to not hit him. Like, he stepped away from him and like spun around him. So I see where Joseph was. Maybe he was trying to get a late hit, and the spin was just trying to play it off. Like, oh no, I totally wasn't trying to hit him. Or he was like literally, he's so much momentum. He's like 330 pounds. It's gonna be hard to stop yourself, and he's pretty quick too. But take that as you may. But nevertheless, it keeps their drive alive. They get a big 4th down pass. I believe this was to the running back. I don't know.
He's not going to run.
Run. Get it on. Cousins stands in, firing deep. He's got Thompson. He's got it.
Heel route when he was on Eric Hendricks. Our red zone D holds up, and we hold him to a field goal. Our next play, this is when Adam Thielen starts showing off. He's like, Diggs isn't the only guy that can catch balls around here. Huge play by Diggs.
3rd down coming. 4-man rush. Keenum over the middle. He's got a first down to Thielen. Turns on the Jets. Adam Thielen inside.
Alright, huge play by Thielen, and its drive is finished by Diggs.
Rolling near side. Keenum firing. He's got a touchdown.
Then the No Fun League actually penalizes Diggs for his celebration, which is funny because that you can't jump on the goalpost. I hope I showed it in the replay. But we do a team celebration later, and that's completely illegal. What? Why can't? I don't get it. Why? Right? I can't blame the ref because they're just enforcing the rules, but why is that a difference? Why does that change it if you're playing duck, duck, gray duck, or whatever with your teammates? That's fine, but God forbid you touch the field goal post. Whatever, that's just me. So now that we had that penalty, the Redskins, of course, got 15 extra yards on the kickoff as that was backed up. So then the Redskins are running well and sets up a wide open play by Crowder.
As time, Cousins over the middle. He's got Crowder. First down and more. Inside the 20, still going.
They get another 4th down play, then a quarterback sneak, touchdown Redskins.
And goal. A sneak by Cousins. Did he get enough?
This is the roller coaster, back and forth a lot to the first half. Now we get the ball back. Murray runs well, gives us a first. But another big catch by Adam Thielen.
Our guys chopped it up in the pregame show. We'll get back to that in a minute.
Thielen in trouble. Kerrigan coming on pressure. Thielen wide open, and he's got it.
Another one.
That was a 38-yard hook up to Thielen. Keenum firing Thielen again. He's got it again. Down to the 5.
And another one.
Keenum, pressure from Kerrigan, steps away, fires on the run. It is caught. Unbelievable. It's like glue.
And maybe best celebration of the year.
It's like glue on his hands for Thielen.
Duck Duck Gray Duck was great. The soccer slide that Thielen did was great. And now they do this leapfrog thing. And that was just so funny to watch. And it's just so much more in your face, I would think, than grabbing a goalpost. But maybe that's just me. I think that was the funniest one. Duck Duck Gray Duck was just like childish and funny that way. But this one was just like super weird. So I loved it. So now they get the ball back. They overthrow his receiver, picked off Mackenzie Alexander on his birthday.
Here's Cousins. Has time. High, and it's intercepted. Alexander's got it.
And I think Mackenzie Alexander really balled out. He had some really good plays. And then maybe us on offense, a screen by Jet. Nice run by Murray.
Down and 1. And they'll run it to Murray. Big hole. First down and more. Murray.
And a beautiful play design, wide open on a bootleg. David Morgan.
Now that comes in motion. McKinnon, fake to him. Keenum gonna dump it off. It's a touchdown to the back.
Someone's favorite player, and he wide open. It's so great to see us evolving him into the passing game, kind of like how we did Rhett Ellison, because he is really taking over that role. 90% of his plays, probably like 95, 99% are run blocking or pass blocking, but he is a decent receiver, and then we can use those as little, slide him out in the pass coverage, especially in those goal line situations or 3rd and shorts, plays like that. He's very effective because defenses usually won't get put to sleep when he goes out because he's always blocking. Next, so that was at the end of the half. We got all those points, 14 points right at the end. We started with the ball because we deferred. So Murray is running good. Thielen is on rookie mode, absolutely tearing apart the Redskins.
Take the run. Keenum's got time. Steps away. Sets. Going to loft it downfield. Thielen's open again. He's got it again.
The Stoll chant starts in Washington. Then we end the drive with a touchdown screen to Jarius Wright.
Keenum sets it up near side in the slot, and it's good for a touchdown.
Keenum early on was getting everybody involved. And now, when the Redskins get back on offense, Xavier Rhodes gets hurt, to which everybody holds their breath, and he comes back this time, but he does leave later. So, but he then comes back, thank God. A big play by Crowder on Mackenzie Alexander.
Dead is a 3rd down. Cousins has time. Gonna loft it deep. He's got Crowder again, and this time he's got it.
So this is one of the few times Mackenzie got beat. Otherwise, I think he had a really good day. I haven't seen the Pro Football Focus scores. I might put it in at the end if I remember. But then he drops. Then Crowder drops every other pass. I think he had like 3 drops on this drive, and they have to be settled for a field goal. Our next drive, Diggs first down, Thielen first down, and then this is where Keenum starts to look a stupid throw.
Keenum Blitz coming. It's picked up. He's going to throw it for Rudolph. It's up there.
He was rolling back. I don't know if he was trying to go for a jump ball, but it wasn't a 50-50 ball at all. Just a god-awful Hail Mary attempt. Like, it was like you had like the big brother on the Madden controller just absolutely dominating. He's like played this game for like 10 years. Then he was like, all right, I have a big enough lead. I handed it to his like 6-year-old, and he just tapped square, and there's Kyle Rudolph with like 3 defenders on it. That's what it kind of felt like, and it was kind of hard to see. But then our defense comes through, and we get them on a 4th and out. And then almost a pick 6.
Lead as we start the 4th. Minnesota football. They got and it's intercepted. It's Swearinger.
On the very next throw, it's thrown again to Rudolph. He was throwing to his wide receivers, having so much success, so then tries to target Rudolph. Again, Rudolph is an incredible receiver, our number 3 receiver probably, as far talent-wise. But when the other 2 are working so good, and you have those mismatches, why even try it? But he was trying to hit him with a little drag route, and their cornerback was right there, and almost a pick 6. I think Keenum hustled down and tackled him out of bounds, actually made him fumble, ball out of bounds, and then we thought we had a fumble, but it was confirmed and reversed as a touchdown. It's a ball game. All of a sudden, it's an 8-point game. Big first down by Rudolph. Ham gets a first down, and we get a field goal and make it a 2-score game. 4 and out again, back-to-back, 4th and 1 stands. They were trying to run and get it, and we would not get them. Our defense really our defense came through, and we needed it. That was for sure. We get a 3 and out, and Rhodes leaves. This is when he finally left the stadium. So hopefully he's okay. I know he was tweeting after the game, so he was very positive. So I hope he's doing good. So our DBs are looking good, like I said. A big sack that Hunter at the end of the game.
3rd and 10. Cousins. Pressure. In trouble. Down.
They get a field goal. It's an awful onside attempt, and then we take our knees. Game over. GG. 38-30. Who would have guessed, right? Who would have guessed our offense without Dalvin Cook, without Bradford or Teddy at quarterback? We're putting up 38 points. People would even argue with Teddy we wouldn't be able to do that. And Keenum really looked good this game, and then with 2 awful throws, but that really throws off the stat sheet, right? 2 awful throws. If those are dropped, or you got lucky, or something else happened, right? This would be Tom Brady-like performance, but those 2 awful throws really are jarring. And when you're a defensive-heavy team, that's almost enough to say, hey, I really love what he did in the first half and halfway through the 3rd quarter, but you almost cost us the game. And I think with Zimmer, he would rather a guy that only throw 1 or 2 touchdowns a game like Teddy and limit the interceptions. So I want you guys to tell me that. That's going to be the big discussion question that I will pop up on that side in that corner. Tell me, does this increase your confidence in Keenum, or do you want us to give at least a good hard look at Teddy in practice? Not necessarily start him, but if he's looking really good like they're saying, maybe roll him out there. It's a home game. I know Bikes Hike, I believe that's who's going to there in my comment section. He's going there. He wants to see Teddy, I hope. That's so there we have it. So now we'll look at the stats, right off with the team stats, and we'll look at the game. Overall, a very roller coaster-esque game, all over the place, very early on. The Vikings looked like they were going to pull away with it, but then, like I said, Keenum really started to try to give it away in the 3rd quarter, and our defense really had to pull through. On the stat sheet, doesn't look that great, but nevertheless, they came through. So let's start off with the losing Washington Redskins score. So with their stats, Kirk Cousins completed 26 passes on 45 attempts. That's an okay percentage, not great. 327 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. That's solid numbers. I think the yards is really good, but 1 touchdown, 1 interception, not very good, honestly. His receivers weren't helping him a whole lot. He had a lot of drops in the game, but I think our defense did come through when we needed to. Perrine had 9 carries, tied for the most with 35 yards. His long was only 9, so it's only about a 4-yard per average, so okay. And then Thompson, their scariest player on offense, only 9 attempts and 26 yards. We shut him down.
Receiving, Crowder top 4 for 76. He also could drop 3 for probably 30. His long was 36. Vernon Davis was their go-to guy for most of the game, and he had a few drops himself, but I really like Vernon Davis. He had 7 receptions for 76 yards as well. He's getting a lot of those looks, and if Sendejo didn't ball out like I think he did, he probably would have 2 or 3 touchdowns as well. Vernon Davis really had himself a good game, but Sendejo, the guy that a lot of Vikings fans want replaced, really balled out and looked good to neutralize him when he had the chance. Harris had 2 for 50, Thompson 3 for 41. So Thompson still had a solid day receiving, but this is not as good as they usually have him. So neutralizing him is a very good part. Doxson 4 for 30, Perine 1 for 25, Bryant 3 for 25, and Kelly had 2 for 4. I don't know why Kelly gets the bulk of their carries, even though he obviously didn't run the ball much. He only had 4 for 10. Defensively, Zach Brown was all over the place with 10 tackles. Norman had 10 tackles because he kept giving up receptions. Their number 1 player on defense, DJ Swinger, was absolutely incredible. 5 tackles, 2 pass defense. He had the 2 interceptions for 32 yards. He also fumbled, but who really cares? Their new kicker, Rose, so it's 3 for 3 also with a 55-yarder, and he messed up on the onside kick, but doesn't really show up.
It's on the stat sheet. And yeah, there's their stats. Let's look at the Vikings. Keenum, 21 for 29, 304 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 117 rating. Brett Favre-esque numbers. So you can't really say, well, I'd rather Teddy over Brett Favre, but that's kind of like what Brett Favre does, right? It's a 2-for-1 ratio, so still a solid ratio. But it's 2 interceptions that when one was almost a pick 6, it's just ill-advised. So they were both just bad throws. It wasn't like the defender beat them twice. It was one lob ball, but to 3 defenders, and one where you just didn't see the corner and they're right down the sideline. So those are really unexcused for a veteran quarterback. But he did have 4 touchdowns with very good accuracy as well. So again, get the eye, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Murray, I don't think the stat sheets really show how good he was running. 17 attempts for 68 yards, 4 average, a touchdown as long as 14. This is exactly what I want out of Murray. The stats don't jump off the table, but he was constantly getting those 5 yards on first down, really kept us in the second and medium situations to really keep the third downs short, and he was a very good goal line back, consistently gaining positive yards throughout the game. It really helped us out. Murray really had a good game. Jerick McKinnon had a solid game as well, 10 for 32 as long as 10. CJ Ham had 1 and 10 for 3 yards. That was a 4th down carry, and Keenum had 3 for -1 because those were kneel downs. Adam Thielen had himself a day. The absolute best player in the ball game, Adam Thielen. 8 receptions for 166 yards, a touchdown as long as 49. Back-to-back games with a touchdown for Thielen, so he's trying to get that on the stat sheet as well. Stephon Diggs, 4 for 78 as long as 51, and another touchdown. Kyle Rudolph had 5 for 37 and his long was 12. Jerick McKinnon, 2 for 15. Jarius Wright, 1 for 7. David Morgan, 1 for 1 touchdown. What a game. One player that's not on here again, Laquan Treadwell. And most of the game, Jarius Wright was wide receiver 3. I don't know if that was for design for this week, but no really signs of Laquan Treadwell. He was on there a few times as pretty much an extra blocker on screens, and he was targeted once, and Keenum missed him. It should have been completed, but I don't know how he's overthrowing wide open Treadwell, but can hit Thielen and Diggs deep, but whatever. Defensively,
Eric Kendricks' hair was on fire and was all over the place. 10 tackles. Harrison Smith, the neutralizer, as they called those announcers, called him 8 tackles, and was really all over the place. B-Rob, back at starting at defensive end, had 4 in a pass defense. He almost had an interception as well. He was very productive in his role. Daniil Hunter had the game-winning sack. And there it was. Mackenzie Alexander had an interception. Ty Forbath was 1 for 1 with field goals. And very importantly, 5 for 5 with PATs.
No, good job, Ty Forbath, coming through with that. I think he has it down. He worked on it. You could tell he's on the opposite hash, and I think it's paying off. He's putting a lot of hard work. You can tell. With Blair Walsh, it seemed to never get over the struggles. He was kept up and down. Now all of a sudden, yeah, he struggled, but now he figured it out, and I think we can trust Ty Forbath going down to the end of the season. Marcus Sherrills was the full-time returner, had 2 quick returns for 57 yards, a 28.5 average. Every time he returned kicks, it was past 25. He took knees. Good job, Sherrills. You're doing your job. I love it when he's back there. He's the only one that I trust to actually do what's best for the team and not just try to get his numbers up. I really like having him back there. His punt returns, he had 1 for 9. dangerous turner. He hasn't had a touchdown yet this year, but I really like him having. I really like having Sherrills back there instead of Coley, McKinnon, or Ronnie Adams. So there we have it. So there was the game. Up and down. Keenum trying to make it close, but early on he was on fire. Tell me what you thought about the game in the comment section down below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next JoZ Vikings video. See ya.